Hey everybody. I was gonna get back into this. I made a makeshift one and I did shape it a little bit so it's a square instead of a triangle. And then I use way thicker wire, but I can't even max it out. And I cannot even max it out. I have it at 2 volts, 10 amps. I can't get any more amps out of it, so I can, I guess, increase the voltage to, say, now, as you can see, our magnet works. And as you can see, the magnet, it's showing up now. And I'm going to be making something. I have the stuff ordered. This is great for a visual, but it doesn't really show you what you need to see. I do have smaller ones like this one, but it gets really hot once you get it up to the strength you need it. And like this is cool still, even with all this stuff going on. And as you can see, it's got a bigger field than I'll grab these ones. See how close I have to get it to, like I have to literally almost touch it. And that's what I was discussing earlier about strengths. See, like this one, I can be really far away and you can still start seeing it. This is a bad thing for this, for what I really want to show you, and that's why I'm going to have to make something. But this is what we'll be getting into, and kind of one I want to kind of show you. I'm over at 15 watts over there, 1.31 volts, 10.2 amps. I can't get any more amps out of that. I do have something I can magnify it with, which I'll probably do right there. And then I will, actually I should probably turn that over. But I can probably magnify this more. I'm just trying to figure out, it's about heat and how much heat is in it and getting the strength. This thickness is probably unnecessary. I'm gonna have to kind of figure that one out. And see, I could hold this with my hand, and I've been holding it for a long time. I feel a little bit of warmth, like barely a little bit of warmth. I'm using some, I think, what gauge was I using? What gauge is this? I think this is 16 or 14 gauge. There goes the fan for this. But that's effectively what kind of I mean by shaping it. And as you saw when we put this on it before, it would show you that square. And see, without that, nothing's magnetized anymore. And that is just some wire wrapped around a well, this is a special material. All you need is like a soft core iron bar or a something else would do the same thing. From there, it's how many wrappings, your gauge of wire, how much electricity, and then these different variables will decide how strong the magnet is or how strong this core is. Because of the amount of wrappings, and this is bad wire for this because this is really thick, like really thick. I didn't put many wrappings on this. I think I got 2 layers, probably maybe 50 to 100 in there, if that. So that's all it took. And already it's the same size as a 10 by 10. And so what I want to do is get it twice the strength of a 20 by 20, which I can do, but I also need to figure out how to save some room, which just means I need to lower the wire. I have to keep cooling into consideration, and then some other things. Like, this is a bad way to do this, but it works. I will say that for the example purposes. I really need the other thing I'm going to be, and I got to build this from scratch because this is something else I can't buy anywhere. I'm not in my actual, I brought this all home so I could kind of play with this and do these little demonstrations and build these toys in my off time. So I will get back to this, and then I just wanted to show that. Just know I do these by hand, me and my trusty file. Once I get the shape, I can go outside and machine it more, so I at least know where I don't want to go past, now that I got my measurements. And then I can get the rest of the bar like that. It's like the other side circle. So you don't need a bunch of machinery. You just need some tools and some time. This took me probably, I'd say 3 hours just kind of shaping it by hand to get it started. I'm going to finish it with my bench. But if you really only have hand tools or something, you can still do this. It's just going to take a little bit of time, but I like starting it like this just because I get better results. I can see where my measurements are, so then when I start using machines, I know not to go past these points. And it just makes it easier for me later. So I just wanted to get that updated, and then I have this other stuff coming, and I'll get that built and put together. And this is what will help people kind of visualize what I'm kind of describing. I've made one before and I don't have it here, so I'm gonna make kind of a toy one again. I consider all this stuff toys because I do it with 3D printing stuff, and like the little parts you can get anywhere. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Like, I 3D printed the alternator that I showed videos of. I messed with that before. That's another publishing. So I'm gonna get this finished and get the last of these things done. But I wanted to show you exactly what I meant by that. So there it is. And then this is nowhere near complete. I just wanted to kind of get a rough example for what's coming next, for the next thing I'm making, to demonstrate some of this more and a lot better. So I need something, and this is going to take me some time to get these all perfect and kind of get these all shaped and do all this stuff and get everything set up. So I just wanted to show everybody exactly why. Once I get these new pieces in, I can show you. See, that without some of this stuff, it's hard to explain, and I'd rather wait just to show. And then I can kind of continue on from there with these kind of basic things and concepts, and then I can I'm still considering how far to go with some of this, but I'll kind of cover as much as I can. But I'll keep posting, and I'll get these all finished up.